Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Long time no see, which is exactly what I said in my last video. So I think that's a telltale sign that I post way too infrequently. However, too late to go back now. Too late to change the past. Hashtag living in the present, looking forward to the future, and forgetting the past. Today I will be discussing why I moved back to Oregon from the treacherous nightmare that was my Florida experience. I was not gonna make a video about this, or I originally was. I did say in my last video that I would make this video, so I guess I do keep my promises. And then I was like, actually, I'm not gonna make a video about it, because at this point, I have lived back in Oregon for 4.5 months now. For me, the story is kind of old. But then I was like, my move back to Oregon was such a monumental moment of my life. I feel if I do not acknowledge it in an individual video on my channel, I'll be skipping a whole step of my life in my little YouTube world. So here we are, and I will tell you a little bit about it. It's also important that I make this video because not only is the specific action of me moving back to Oregon so big of a change of my life, it also sparked many new changes, which are important to talk about. And I do feel like YouTube is a little diary of my life, even though sometimes I go many months without posting. So I need to talk about all these big major changes that have happened to me recently. Otherwise, just personally, it feels like things are missing from my little YouTube diary. You know what I mean? If you want to know why I moved to Florida, then watch my I moved to Florida video. And maybe that'll help you better understand this, especially if you never knew I was living in Florida in the first place. Then you watch this video, you're like, what? I didn't even know you were living in Florida in the first place. Anyways, I was living in Florida. I hated my job. It was the worst job I ever had. Easily, by far, takes the cake. It was atrocious. Hey, Brennan from the future. I realized I never told you what my job in Florida was. I'm kind of assuming that you are gonna watch or already watched my why I moved to Florida video, but I worked in the deli of a grocery store, and it was the worst. Not one single day did I ever look forward to going to work. So that is horrible and treacherous. My boss was really weird. All of the bosses were weird. And there's this girl named Tiffany who wasn't even the deli manager, she was the grocery manager. And I swear she had it out for me. Without any reason that I even know of, I think she just had a pure heart of hatred and evil. I don't know what her issue was. She had multiple talks with me about how I need to improve things. I don't even know. Tiffany was crazy. She went off the deep end long ago in her life, and I do not wish her well. It was also just such a toxic and unsupportive work environment. I felt like I was going crazy every day working there. People were just so unsupportive and borderline rude sometimes, and I was like, ugh. And it was very much a trial of how long I can stay sane for. And I became so depressed every day. It was my deepest, darkest hole that I've ever been in. And so I was like, you know what? Nothing is anchoring me here to Florida. Like, I can just move back to Oregon if I want. And once I came to that realization, I was like, wait, I don't have to stay here. I was like, oh my gosh, booking my flight immediately to move back to Oregon. So I moved back to Oregon. As you know, I live back with my mom. I'm in my little room in the apartment. We live just a little bit outside, like the Portland area, but I don't want to live here forever. And if you are a real true fan, you would know I went to New York last winter. It was the best trip I ever went on, and I'm so grateful that it was amazing because it was kind of during my deepest trenches of my Florida depression, and I really needed something to revive myself. New York did give me that revival. Wait, what's the phrase? With that said, I did decide to move back to Oregon like 2 weeks after I got back from New York. The reason I brought up New York is I loved the city. I loved the city vibes. That when I moved back to Oregon, I was like, oh, I need to be in that city vibe. That is where I thrive. That is what I want to be in. I moved back to Oregon. I'm like, ooh, I want to move to downtown Portland. Even though Portland doesn't even compare to New York. Near where I live, Portland is the next best thing. And I still love the vibes there. So I got a job at this local grocery store in downtown Portland called Zupan's Markets. It's like a bougie, overpriced grocery store. I realized I never told you what I do at the grocery store. I work in the bakery / cafe. It's like 2 different physical spots in the grocery store, but it's one department. Sort of everyone that works in the cafe also has shifts in the bakery. But we don't actually bake anything. We just receive products from local bakeries. Honestly, most days it just feels like I'm socializing and just working a little bit on the side, which I ain't complaining about. I compare it to Erewhon in Los Angeles, and I think Zupan's is like an Erewhon wannabe. That's the vibes that it gives me. It's very expensive. Lots of old, rich white people shop there. So great clientele. I don't have a car though, and I'm commuting from my little city every day via bus, so it takes an hour and 20 minutes just one way to get there. The commute is pretty atrocious. I am in fact getting very tired of it, but at the same time I'm also getting used to it, and I find things to do on the bus, such as read a book, or play chess, or go on TikTok. Except when I spend my whole bus ride going on TikTok, I feel really unproductive and I hate myself. Or study my French. But I am saving up my money to get a studio apartment in Portland soon. I'm hoping to move there either at the end of this month or August. And I really think that will be possible in my financial situation. It's honestly now just a matter of me finding the right place and touring apartments, which I'm kind of procrastinating because I haven't toured a single place yet or applied anywhere, but I'll get on that. I'll get on it maybe this week. And then I move. My Portland era is coming, and I couldn't be more excited. You see, my hair is in fact growing, but do you see what it looks like from the side? I just feel like this is not okay. I have like a bald spot right here. I guess that's just like my forehead. Oh, I just fixed it. Like, it's just weird. And you see this? Oh gosh. So that's all about me. The reason that I haven't already been able to move into an apartment, I have just been spending so much money on redoing my room here. I got a new mattress, new bed frame, desk chair, shelf, dresser, 2 little cabinet things in my room, this little coat hanger thing. The fact that I am buying all these little furniture items means that when I get my apartment, I will already have so many new things to furnish the empty space. Don't know if I should like do that after I get an apartment, but this way I can be spending lots of money on furniture because it's expensive while I'm not having to also pay rent. So I don't know if this is like a smart thing to do. So that's my life. That's my life. Ignore the shirt that I'm wearing. I feel like I wear this shirt in every single video. I did wear it in my video where I talked about why I moved to Florida. So I guess it only makes sense that I wear it for why I left Florida. And that concludes my story time. Thanks for watching. I hope you loved hearing about my move back to Oregon. I'm so excited. There's so much to look forward to. I was in a horrible mental state in Florida, but now I've been doing so well. I can't wait to move to Portland. Oh boy, there's gonna be so many videos coming out when I move there. I'll see you in the next video. It could be a week from now or 3 months from now. You never know. Just keeping you on your toes. So, goodbye and thanks for watching.